In the 13th century, in the heart of the Persian Empire, a voice emerged that would resonate through the centuries, crossing borders and transcending cultures. Jalal al-Din Rumi, scholar, mystic, poet, became a beacon of spiritual enlightenment. His words were not just poetry. They were a doorway to the divine, a guide to understanding the mysteries of the universe and the essence of the human soul. His teachings, drawn from a well of deep spirituality, have touched the lives of millions. Today we journey through the spiritual world of Rumi to uncover the timeless wisdom that continues to illuminate hearts around the world. Love. What is it? Is it merely an emotion, a fleeting feeling, or is it something far more profound? For Rumi, love was not just a feeling, but the very essence of existence. He spoke of love as the force that drives the universe. To him, love was divine, an energy that flowed from God and permeated everything. He famously said, "Love is the bridge between you and everything." But Rumi's love was not confined to romantic or personal relationships. He spoke of love in its most expansive form, the love between the soul and the divine. He believed that love was the connection between humanity and the Creator, and through love, we could come to know the truth of our existence. This love, according to Rumi, was not limited to any one being or object. It was infinite and boundless. It transcended the physical, leading us to a higher spiritual understanding. For Rumi, love was alchemical. It had the power to transform the soul, to turn pain into wisdom, suffering into growth. It was through this lens of love that Rumi viewed the world. Everything, even sorrow and hardship, was seen as a reflection of the divine, as a step on the path to spiritual awakening. At the core of Rumi's teachings is the belief that the true journey of life is not external, but internal. This journey is not about seeking something outside of ourselves, but about discovering what lies within. Rumi believed that each human being carries within them a spark of the divine, and it is through self-discovery, through turning inward, that we can come to know God. He wrote, "Do not be satisfied with the stories that come before you. Unfold your own myth." For Rumi, the journey to spiritual awakening was deeply personal. It wasn't enough to follow the teachings or paths of others. Each person had to embark on their own inner journey. This journey required introspection, silence, and meditation. It required one to peel away the layers of ego and illusion that cloud our understanding of who we truly are. He said, "You wander from room to room, hunting for the diamond necklace that is already around your neck." This line speaks to the idea that the truth we seek is already within us. We are not separate from the divine, nor do we need to search outside of ourselves to find meaning. We are the reflection of God, and through spiritual practice, we can uncover this truth. The process of looking inward, though, is not always easy. It requires us to face our innermost fears, to confront the parts of ourselves we may not want to see. But it is through this confrontation that we grow. Suffering is something every human being experiences, and yet we often try to avoid it, to escape it. But Rumi had a different perspective. For him, suffering was not something to be feared, but embraced. He believed that suffering was a gift, a necessary part of the spiritual journey. He wrote, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." In this line, Rumi suggests that it is through our pain that we find spiritual growth. Our suffering carves out space within us, a space that can then be filled with divine light and understanding. Without hardship, without struggle, we might never reach the deeper levels of consciousness that bring us closer to the divine. This view of suffering is one that challenges us to reconsider our relationship with pain. Rather than running from it, Rumi invites us to sit with it, to allow it to transform us. In the fire of suffering, we are refined, like gold in the furnace. It is through this process of purification that we shed the layers of ego and illusion, revealing the truth of who we are. Rumi's own life was marked by great suffering, particularly the loss of his close companion, Shams of Tabriz. Yet, it was through this deep personal grief that Rumi experienced a profound spiritual awakening. His poetry became a channel for his pain, but also for his connection with the divine. He believed that his separation from Shams was a metaphor for the soul's separation from God, and that through this loss, he found a deeper connection to the divine within himself. The ultimate goal of Rumi's spiritual teachings is union with the divine. He believed that the soul, in its essence, longs to return to its source, God. This journey of union is at the heart of all his teachings, from love to suffering, from the inner journey to the outer world. He wrote, "I am not a drop in the ocean, I am the entire ocean in a drop." This powerful metaphor reflects Rumi's belief in the oneness of all existence. We are not separate from God, from each other, or from the universe. The divine is within each of us, and we are within the divine. The illusion of separateness is what keeps us from realizing our true nature. Rumi called this realization union, a merging of the individual soul with the infinite, a dissolution of the ego into the vastness of the divine. The path to union, according to Rumi, is through love, devotion, and surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up, but rather letting go of the ego's need for control. It is through this surrender that we come to experience the fullness of God's presence in our lives. Rumi's poetry is filled with metaphors of this union: fire and water, lover and beloved, sun and shadow. He speaks of the soul's yearning for reunion with the divine, as a lover yearns for their beloved. Perhaps the most iconic symbol associated with Rumi's teachings is the dance of the Whirling Dervishes. The Mevlevi order, founded by Rumi's followers after his death, continues the practice of whirling as a form of spiritual meditation. But what is this dance, and why is it so important in understanding Rumi's teachings? The Whirling Dervishes perform a ritual known as the Sema, a dance in which they spin continuously in a circle, arms outstretched, one hand facing upward to receive the blessings of the divine, and the other facing downward to distribute those blessings to the world. This dance is a physical representation of Rumi's belief in the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. It symbolizes the soul's journey toward union with God. The whirling represents the motion of the planets, the rhythm of the universe, the heartbeat of existence. As the dervishes spin, they let go of the material world, focusing entirely on their connection with the divine. It is a moving meditation, a surrender to the rhythm of the cosmos. Rumi's teachings often remind us of the importance of living in the present moment. He believed that the present is where life truly happens, and it is in the now that we connect with the divine. He said, "Why do you stay in prison when the door is so wide open?" This prison, according to Rumi, is the mind's preoccupation with the past and the future. We trap ourselves in regrets about what has already happened, or in fears about what might come. But Rumi believed that the only true reality is the present moment. It is only by being fully present that we can experience the beauty, love, and connection that life offers. In this way, Rumi's teachings align with many modern practices of mindfulness and meditation. He encourages us to quiet the mind, to stop worrying about things that are beyond our control, and to embrace the now with gratitude and openness. Rumi's teachings have endured for centuries because they speak to the universal truths of the human experience. His poetry, his wisdom, and his deep spiritual insight offer us a roadmap to navigate the complexities of life. Whether through love, suffering, or the quest for union with the divine, Rumi's words remind us of our inherent connection to something greater than ourselves. In a world that often feels divided and disconnected, Rumi's teachings call us to remember our oneness, to embrace love in all its forms, and to seek the divine within ourselves and in each other. As we continue on our journey of spiritual growth, may we carry the light of Rumi's wisdom in our hearts, guiding us toward a deeper understanding of life, love, and the universe.